She was the goddess of the ocean who created life itself. She brought life to a barren world and gave humanity a land of abundance. But one day, a greedy demigod stole her heart. Without it, the kind goddess transformed into a terrifying lava monster and began destroying everything she had created. Just when humanity was on the brink of extinction, one girl awakened the goddess's true self and saved the world. That girl was me. When I was little, I rescued a baby sea turtle. From that moment on, the ocean chose me. It entrusted me with the heart of Te Fiti, making me the one destined to save both my people and the world. As I grew older, I dreamed of sailing beyond the reef. But every time I tried to take a boat out, my father would drag me back home. As the years passed, I finally reached the age to inherit the role of chief, and that was when my destiny truly began. One day, all the coconuts on our island suddenly withered and spoiled. The nearby waters were empty, and no one could catch a single fish. If we didn't find food soon, our people wouldn't survive much longer. I suggested sailing out to fish, but my father refused without hesitation. He ordered everyone to stay on the island and forbade anyone from going out to sea. I could never understand why he was so determined. Later, my mother finally told me the truth. Years ago, my father secretly sailed beyond the reef with his best friend. They were caught in a violent storm. Their canoe was destroyed by massive waves, and his friend never made it home. My father was only trying to keep me from suffering the same fate. I thought hearing the truth would change my mind. But after my mother left, I secretly set sail on my own. I had no sailing experience and could barely control the canoe. Before I got very far, towering waves flipped it over, throwing me into the ocean. To make matters worse, my foot became trapped beneath a coral reef. With no other choice, I grabbed a rock and smashed the coral until I broke free. Somehow, I managed to survive. My grandmother saw everything. Instead of scolding me, she took me to the mountain behind the village and revealed the secret our tribe had hidden for generations. Our ancestors had once been fearless voyagers. They sailed across the ocean countless times, searching for new islands to call home. Back then, our people lived in peace and plenty. Everything changed the day Maui stole the heart of Te Fiti. The lava monster was unleashed, and darkness spread across the ocean. Sea monsters fell under its control and destroyed every canoe our people sent out. From that day forward, the chief banned anyone from sailing beyond the reef, and every canoe was locked away forever. But the darkness never stopped spreading. Now it had reached our island. My grandmother told me there was only one way to save our people. I had to find Maui and convince him to return the heart of Te Fiti. Only then could everything be made right again. And the person the ocean had chosen for that mission was me. Only then did I realize my grandmother had known the truth all along. She had always known the ocean had chosen me. For the sake of my people, I decided to answer the call. I packed my things, climbed aboard the canoe that would change my life, and set out on the journey alone. The farther I sailed, the rougher the sea became. Suddenly, a violent storm appeared ahead. Towering waves crashed toward me, swallowing my canoe whole. When I woke up the next morning, I found myself stranded on a deserted island. Luckily, Maui was there. The moment I found him, I explained why I had come. But instead of agreeing to help, Maui refused to return the heart. He tricked me into a cave and locked me inside. Just as he was about to sail away, I climbed out through the top of the cave. I sprinted toward his canoe, trying to jump aboard, but missed and plunged straight into the ocean. Seeing how determined I was, the ocean decided to lend me a hand. It carried me across the water and placed me right back on Maui's canoe. Maui tried everything to get rid of me. He even abandoned the canoe and tried to escape on his own. But a second later, the ocean dropped him right back onto the boat. Out of options, he finally agreed to come with me and return the heart of Te Fiti. But before we could do that, we had to face the lava monster. Without his magical fishhook, Maui didn't stand a chance. Years ago, after stealing the heart, Maui had tried to escape, only to be stopped by the lava monster. They fought a fierce battle, and both the fishhook and the heart were lost in the ocean. Now, the magical fishhook had fallen into the hands of a giant crab. Just as we were about to go after it, the Kakamora pirates suddenly appeared. They raced toward us on their giant boats, determined to steal the heart of Te Fiti. Maui immediately turned the canoe around and tried to outrun them. But before we got very far, the pirates fired grappling ropes that hooked onto our canoe. They kept sliding across the rope toward us. Maui quickly cut the rope, and I rushed over to help. Many of the pirates plunged into the ocean, but a few still managed to board our canoe. During the chaos, the heart of Te Fiti fell onto the deck, only for the rooster to swallow it whole. One of the pirates grabbed the rooster and ran back to his ship. Determined to get the heart back, I charged onto the pirate ship by myself. I pushed my way through the Kakamora and finally rescued the rooster, bringing him back to our canoe. The rooster spit the heart of Te Fiti back out. Meanwhile, Maui steered our canoe at full speed, and we finally escaped the pirates. We continued our journey to Tamatoa's lair to reclaim Maui's magical fish hook. Once we arrived, I acted as bait to distract Tamatoa while Maui climbed onto his shell to look for the hook. It didn't take long before Tamatoa realized something was wrong. Maui tried to transform into an eagle, but instead turned into a tiny fish. Without his fish hook for so long, his powers had grown weak. Tamatoa violently shook his body, throwing Maui off before pinning him down and attacking him. In the middle of the fight, I made a fake heart of Te Fiti out of glowing seaweed and used it to lure Tamatoa away. But I tripped before I got very far, and the fake heart fell to the ground. Tamatoa immediately rushed toward it. Taking advantage of the distraction, I grabbed Maui and we made our escape. By the time Tamatoa realized he'd been tricked, a powerful waterspout had blasted us out of his lair, leaving him with no choice but to watch us get away. Back on the canoe, Maui slowly regained his ability to transform. After practicing over and over, his powers quickly returned. Now all we had to do was get past the lava monster and return the heart of Te Fiti. Before we reached the island, I handed the heart to Maui. He transformed into an eagle and flew toward the island. But the moment he got close, the lava monster punched him straight into the ocean. Maui instantly became a shark and caught the heart in his jaws. The monster hurled a massive ball of lava at him, so Maui quickly transformed into an even smaller fish, protected the heart, and swam back to the canoe. To avoid the lava monster, I steered the canoe toward a narrow passage between two cliffs. Maui realized we were getting far too close and tried to stop me, but it was already too late. The lava monster swung its fist at us. Maui raised his fish hook to block the impact. We escaped, but his fish hook cracked. I told him we could fix it, but he said it had been forged by the gods and couldn't be repaired by anyone. To save his fish hook, he decided to give up on our mission. He handed the heart of Te Fiti back to me, transformed into an eagle, and flew away. With Maui gone, I lost all hope. I returned the heart of Te Fiti to the ocean. Just as I fell into despair, my grandmother's spirit appeared behind me. Her words gave me the strength to keep going. I dove into the sea, retrieved the heart, and sailed to the island alone. As my canoe approached the island, I sprinted from the stern to the bow and sharply changed course, narrowly avoiding the lava monster's attack. It chased after me, hurling blazing rocks one after another, but none of them hit. While it waited for me to appear, I had already slipped past on the other side. Furious, the lava monster summoned a giant wave that flipped my canoe over and sent me crashing back into the ocean. After climbing back aboard, I was about to right the canoe when the lava monster reached toward me with its enormous hand. At the last possible moment, Maui returned. He chopped off the monster's arm, then used the brief opening while it regenerated to help me flip the canoe back over. After that, he stayed behind to hold the monster off, buying me as much time as he could. Just as I was about to reach shore, the lava monster launched another massive fireball. This time, the ocean rose up and blocked the attack, carrying me safely onto the beach. The monster tried to come after me anyway, but Maui charged in and desperately held it back. In the process, his fish hook shattered completely. I finally reached the top of the mountain, only to discover that Te Fiti was gone. I turned back toward the lava monster and suddenly realized the pattern on its chest was exactly the same as the heart of Te Fiti. In that instant, I finally understood the truth. Holding the heart of Te Fiti, I walked to the shore and asked the ocean to part a path between me and the lava monster. It charged at me in a rage, but I didn't take a single step back. I stood my ground. As we came face to face, the monster slowly began to calm down. I placed the heart back inside her, and she transformed back into Te Fiti. Life returned to the land once again. Maui sincerely apologized to Te Fiti, accepting responsibility for the mistake he had made. She forgave him and gifted him a brand new magical fish hook. To thank me, Te Fiti created a beautiful new canoe out of countless flower petals. From that day on, the ocean was peaceful again. My people returned to voyaging, and together we continued exploring the sea in search of new islands to call home.